to the Above the Rest podcast, a podcast all about the 10th Force Support Squadron at the Air Force Academy. I'm your host, Taylor Burnfield, and for this episode, I spoke with Jessica Crawford, who oversees information, tickets, and travel, also known as ITT. She talked about everything that ITT has to offer this spring and summer, including discounts on some popular attractions. Thank you for listening and hope you enjoy the show. So thank you, Jessica, for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And so you work over in information, tickets, and travel.
That is correct. I am the manager of ITT.
And how long have you been with us?
About 13 and a half months.
Mm-hmm. And do you have a military background, or how did you get involved with the Air Force Academy?
My husband is an Air Force officer, and he was stationed here 8 years ago, and then they sent him off to get his PhD. So he did, and then he owed 4 years for his education, came back here, taught a little bit at the academy, and then promoted out. So now he's on loan to the Space Force.
Oh, wow. And what did he teach at the academy?
Military Strategic Studies.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, he really liked it.
So information, tickets, and travel, that is down in the outdoor rec
in the community
area?
center.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And so with spring and summer coming up, do you guys have any exciting specials going on? Or
Well, we have the Royal Gorge Train is always a beautiful ride in the spring and summer. And then we have just got the Pikes Peak Cog Railway. So that's exciting that people can come in and book with military discount directly with ITT. We also have Waterworld coming up, Elitch. Some of the other ones that we still do with, we're going to be bringing in a new ticket with iFly, and that's going to be 2 flights with a high fly. We still do Overdrive. We've got Boondocks. So a lot of little things that are going on. And then, of course, there's always Disneyland, Disney World, Universal, SeaWorld, Knott's Berry Farm, all of the big attractions, those two.
Because you all do things locally, but then you also have out-of-state.
Out-of-state and in-state. That's correct.
What do you have out-of-state going on right now?
Oh, my goodness. Let's see. We have a lodging anywhere. So if you're having a family reunion and you need a VRBO or an Airbnb, we can hook you up with that. We've got things happening in New Mexico. We've got Arizona, like the balloon rides and the festival coming up in New Mexico. That's a big one. Just a bunch of different things, especially in the states surrounding us. But, I mean, we can book in Georgia, and we can book in New York and Maine, and it's pretty much anywhere you want to go. Also, the Virgin Islands.
Wow.
Yeah.
And if someone is planning a trip right now, and maybe you don't have that listed on the website, can people come to you and say, hey, can you help me get a discount with this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All we really need to know is where they want to go, when they want to go, and how many people are going to go. Mm-hmm. So, and then my clerks can kind of start doing the research, and then they'll give them a spread of information, and then they can kind of pick and choose, and we're more than happy to go ahead and make those reservations.
So are you guys kind of like a travel agency then?
I would say so. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I know you guys are able to get discounts for military members. What discounts do you all offer?
Oh my gosh, there's so many, but they're very substantial. So for example, the Icon Pass that just went on sale today, for a standard Icon Pass, it's $1,400. For our active duty members, it's $889.
That's amazing.
Yeah, for young adults, 13 and over, it's like $1,100, and for us, it's $669. Mm-hmm. I mean, so they are substantial discounts, and that's for the next season coming up. We have the Epic Passes, which are substantially discounted, shuttles to and from the airports. We've got the local discounts are anywhere from 10 to 25%. So it can save you a lot of money, especially if you have a big group.
Mm-hmm. And do you guys do anything with sports? I know there was a basketball game coming up.
Oh, yeah, the Nuggets in March. It's a USAFA night. Mm-hmm. I do partner with Avalanche, the Switchbacks, the Nuggets, and Broadmoor World Arena has a lot of different ones, but those are our 3 big ones. and you can get discounted seating on all of those. And those are, big tickets. Avalanche is a lot of money. And now that the Switchbacks are champions, it's going to be an epic year. So we're really excited to be partners with them again this year.
Do you guys still work with the baseball team here?
I haven't had a new contract with them, and nobody seems to be answering my calls, but I'll keep trying.
Okay. And I know you all do cruises.
Yes. We here at USAFA ITT do Disney cruises. So we can take you from start to finish along with that. So if you want to go on the new ships, if you want to go on the Wonder or the Surprise or any of the other ones, we can do that as well. So we can get you discounted cabins, make sure you have the proper amount of ports that you want to go to, where you want to go out of. So yeah, we can start to finish. We also do National Geographic cruises. I don't think you know that. So,
I don't think I've heard about that.
Yeah, those ones, granted, they're expensive, but because you go out with an actual National Geographic team. And you have the photographers and the naturalists and all of the Nat Geo stuff. And you can go out to the Galapagos it's huge. And it would be amazing. That's like a dream of mine to definitely go on one of those.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. That's really cool.
Yep.
Do you guys partner with any music venues?
We are trying to get our foot in the door with the Ford Amphitheater. I have a few contacts there. We would love to do some business with them. But Pikes Peak Center and the Broadmoor World Arena, the Denver Coliseum, the Ball Arena, those are the big four that I have right now that we do business with.
Okay.
So, yeah, and discounts, no matter what, you can just scan a QR code and you get a code from us, put it in there, and you get your discount. So it's pretty effortless.
And you guys work with a lot of the local attractions here in Colorado Springs. I think you guys work with the zoo, the local zoo here, and then you mentioned the Cog Railway.
Yep.
Anything else locally you guys partner with?
Well, iFly Overdrive. We are looking at some expansion here with some of the new businesses that are coming up at the North Gate. Hopefully we'll be able to partner with the new Hotel Polaris and do some fun things there. The Denver Zoo, we got 50% off at the Denver Zoo for military. And at the top of my head, no, I can't think of any more.
Okay.
I should have brought my cheat sheets.
That's okay. And what do you think is a misconception that maybe people have about ITT?
It's not free. It's very discounted, but, we're a business too. So we're not a for-profit business, but we are here to support the military community and their morale and their families, as well as the cadets up here on the Hill. So we just want to be able to offer them wild, crazy, awesome adventures that will create memories. So it does cost, but it doesn't cost as much as if you would go out into the private sector. And if you want to know if we carry a certain ticket or if we know somebody who does, just call us, because we have vines out all over the United States. We just might know that one person, in St. Charles that you need to talk to in order to get a discount. Yeah. So I think that's the biggest one.
What is your favorite activity through ITT? Have you done a lot of the things that you all offer?
I've done a few. I just got back from a training to Disney World and Universal Orlando. Saw some of their new stuff that's coming out. So, Disney's always magical. So that's always kind of fun. But Universal Orlando, their rides are spectacular. You wouldn't think so. Like the Hulk roller coaster, oh man. It shoots you out and he goes, roar! And then you just go, and you spin all around and you go crazy. And you go 50, 60 miles an hour. So I don't know if people really realize that they've kind of upped their game for that. And SeaWorld. SeaWorld doesn't have the big whale shows and all this stuff anymore. They have wicked roller coasters now in Orlando.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes SeaWorld, a lot of times they're very discounted, but sometimes they also do free military access for the military, the active duty, as well as a dependent, and then their kids are really cheap. And yeah, they had to up their game somehow. So yeah, their roller coasters are pretty awesome.
Very
So
cool.
adrenaline, I like anything adrenaline. So whatever we can do on that part. And I like to support the community. So last year we did a Unite event, and we took a bunch of people from Outdoor Rec and ITT, and we had a big team building, and we went and saw a switchback game. Oh my God, it was so fun. I'm thinking, oh, soccer. It was actually riveting. It was super fun, and we had a great time, and we still talk about it to this day. So they're already building a USAFA night again.
Oh,
because
that's
it was
great.
so popular, and it's just getting those people in the seats. So, and support a local champion team.
Yeah.
So that's pretty exciting.
Do you get a lot of cadets who come in and ask about ITT?
Not as many as we would like,
Okay.
because from what we hear, they don't know we're there. So we try to come up. We just started a new reach out program to cadets, and we come up every Wednesday from about 7:30 to 9:30. Different activities from Outdoor Rec and ITT. Yesterday was Todd from CRC and the 2 weeks ago was just me. But we are up there, and we are having engagement with the cadets, telling them about it, quizzing them on it, giving them pamphlets, making sure that they know we have an equestrian center, and we have Farish, our recreation center up in Woodland Park. We have snowshoeing, we've got camping gear, we have all of these things, and I don't think they know because it's very isolating up here. So we are really trying to reach out to them and let them know that we have all kinds of fun adventures for them too. I mean, they're our assets, so we want to support that.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yep.
What things does ITT offer that you think cadets would be the most interested in?
Well, rental cars.
Yeah.
That's the big one, okay? For all you cadets listening, it's 10 days prior for a holiday, 3 days prior for a regular weekend. You must submit the form, because we do Hertz and Enterprise, but the form comes directly to us, and then we forward it to the two, Enterprise and Hertz. So those are the big things, especially if all of a sudden last minute their parents are coming, or they have some friends coming into town, and if they don't have a car here, which a lot of them don't, I think that's one of the big benefits. But we have a cadet rate, which is fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
And they can find those forms on the website?
Yep.
The USAFAsupport.com.
That is correct. Under Fun tab for ITT.
Okay.
Yep.
And there's also a cadet tab.
Yep.
And they can find that on there. Do you have rental cars just for military?
They get a discount, but ours are specifically for the cadets on that one. So, I mean, they could tell Hertz and Enterprise that, they're military and they'll take care of that. But we only book for cadets.
Okay.
Yep. But, I mean, we have all of the rates that we have for the local attractions are just as good for the cadets, too.
Okay.
So if they're not leaving on a break, or they're just kind of hanging out, doing their thing, and they have some friends come over, you guys can all go to Overdrive, and you can all do iFly, or you can, go up to Denver and have discounted tickets right then and there. Just come by and see us, for sure.
Yeah. And how else can people find out about ITT? Because I know you have your website, and then you're also on social media.
We are. We have Facebook as well as Instagram. So, and we are connected, USAFA ITT, and then Information Tickets and Travels on Facebook.
Okay. That's
so,
great.
Yeah, come by and see us, for sure. And then, if you always want more information, just give us a call and we'll give you to the right person. We're happy to send you documents. We're happy to make sure that you know where to pick things up. So, and we're out and about. Always ask for a military discount. Never hurts.
Okay. And what is the phone number for ITT, or your email?
It's Air Force, AFB, like Air Force Base, @gmail.com, and that's directly for ITT. And then the best phone number to call just to get transferred over will be 333-4475, because ITT is not open on weekends. But if you want information, our cashiers up front might know the information already. So just call that, and they're more than happy to transfer you. If you guys have any ideas on what you want me to get discounts with, let me know, because I'm not afraid to talk to people.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good time. And yeah, any water sports, any kind of water stuff that we really want to try to enhance summer. I know a lot of the cadets aren't here, but just for our local military community, just let me know. Where can I reach out to? I'd like to do Air 360, Dart Wars, the North Pole. I have all of these ideas. It's just a matter of getting my foot in the door and talking to the right person.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if anybody knows, let me know.
What is your favorite part about working for ITT?
The people. We have a good time. I'm still, 13 and a half months, and I still look forward to coming to work.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that is definitely worth it for sure. So.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Well,
Thanks.
thank you so much for stopping by the studio today. I'm really glad we got to talk.
Absolutely, it was fun. Get out the word, people.
Thank you again for listening, and be sure to stay up to date on everything happening at the Support Squadron on our website, USAFAsupport.com, and our various social media profiles on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.